Well, hi everyone, this is Eddie Hearn, and I can't believe the guys at DAZN have made me watch this back. I thought I was over this. Saturday Fight Live on DAZN, we're re-watching Anthony Joshua against Andy Ruiz, Madison Square Garden. Here's the main man. You know, crazily, this is the first time I've actually watched this back in full. I've watched the stoppage before, I've watched the third round before, and it's actually just giving me chills just even watching it, because the atmosphere in Madison Square Garden was unbelievable. We'd just come off the back of Katie Taylor against Pearsoon. The place was going nuts. Callum Smith's big knockout, and then this, of course. And for those that don't know, of course, the original opponent was Jarrell Miller, who failed 3 drug tests, and we had to find a replacement 4 weeks out. And collectively as a team, I won't take all the blame, we picked Andy Ruiz. A few reasons. One, because I knew he could really fight. I'd see him lose a very close fight to Joseph Parker. We got a lot of criticism. You know, Andy Ruiz just, he's not in shape. Look at AJ's and Adonis. Look at Ruiz, this is a joke. But I knew this was going to be a real fight. So at this time, I'm in the changing room with AJ. Ruiz has been quiet all week, really. He's a great guy, great smile. Made me a little bit nervous because I couldn't really make out whether he was just there for the paycheck or whether he was quietly confident. And I think now looking at it, he was just quietly confident. Never overawed by any situation. That was what I think was the main danger for Ruiz in this fight. Was that I felt that even at the press conferences, all the media stuff, and of course you see on the ring walk as well, no fear really. No fear in this fight, and that's always dangerous. So right now we're in the change room. There was loads of stuff like, oh, AJ was having a panic attack, he was this and that. It really wasn't true. Normally he'd have a little moan up about one of his gloves. This time it was the protector. So right now at this point, he's on the pads and he's telling Rob McCracken that his protector doesn't feel right. Tammy, who is the floor manager, saying, right guys, come on, let's come into the loading bay. And AJ asked if he can change his protector. So I said yes, and everyone said yes, and he put a new protector on. So there's a delay at this point. And of course that fueled all the speculation about, there was a problem backstage, there was a panic attack, etc., etc. So right now, I think at this point, we're probably still in the change room. We should be behind the curtain now. He puts the protector on, he starts to hit the pads again, and then eventually we make our way. And we ran really to the black curtain, which is just before the walkout. So that part wasn't really ideal, to be honest with you. But, listen, you can't say it really affects anything majorly. But it's a new environment. No more stadiums. We're in a closed environment in Madison Square Garden. New changing rooms, new walkways, new commission. And again, you see the delay here. This is exactly what was happening. Man, I can't believe I was behind the curtain. I wish I was seeing this. This is everything we dreamed of, really, the whole taking over New York, AJ as a UK fighter coming over, selling out Madison Square Garden. The stage was set. This is interesting because I never got to see how long the delay was. And now I realise. So now we're still fixing the protector right now.
We, like you, are waiting the next musical interlude. We've had Sweet Caroline, Andy Ruiz Jr. is in the ring.
Sometimes in these moments, like the other fighter and their team will think, oh, this is mind games. They're trying to keep me waiting in the ring. There really was none of that. Wow, I didn't know. Here we go. So, a lot's been made about his body language and everything. And I think, honestly, at the time, I didn't feel like there was anything particularly different about AJ in this fight. There are a few things after the fight we found out about his camp and about a few medical issues as well, like injuries and stuff like that. But right now, it's only really when you look back, and can you believe, for the first time ever, apart from our shows in Monaco with the Prince, I wore a black tie. I wore a bow tie. What a wallet. What a wallet. Should never have worn that bow tie. So this walk now, it's quite a long walk. We're over the other side of the change room. We're in like the home team for the New York basketball team. And we're walking out through the backstage. Again, Tammy and all the teams like, come on, hurry, hurry. And although I said we were running, we clearly weren't running, were we? But it felt like we were. And actually, this is a lot faster than you normally walk, because right now there's people in front of him calling him on. Again, like before this, you have to understand that Vladimir Klitschko, Carlos Takam, Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, those last 4 fights were all in 90,000, 80,000 seat stadiums. So now we go back to the small arena. Just looks a little bit tense. Like I say, like I remember being in the ring with him and he said that his neck was a little bit stiff and he started to get a massage. And this is the important, like the amount of people that said, oh, he just didn't look right. And I can't tell you that in the change room all week, there was no panic. There was no panic. It's a short ring walk. You know, you remember like normally we come out the players' tunnel at the stadium, turn left, go down to the goal line, stand up there and just wait probably for 4 or 5 minutes. So this ring walk, what, 100 yards straight into the ring. All the governing bodies, Paco Alcazar from the WBO, Gilberto Mendoza from the WBA. Okay, so every fight, I can never really believe how still he is in the ring before this fight. I remember when they do all the intros, when we had the Klitschko fight, he just didn't move. He just stood there with his arms in front of him like this, just staring at Vladimir Klitschko. Interestingly, for the Ruiz rematch, when he got in the ring, he was moving around in the introductions and trying to keep himself a little bit more fluid. And I'll often say to him, switch on now, switch on now. And I said that to him here as well. This felt forever because Ruiz wanted the Mexican, and of course we had to play the American national anthem as well. Then we had our anthem. I love to play the anthems at fights. Sometimes the broadcasters don't want to do it. They feel like it takes too much time. But for me, it builds the occasion. It shows you the importance of the fight, especially for Ruiz when you're telling a story about this guy with, you know, Mexican heritage, a chance to become the first ever Mexican world heavyweight champion. And with AJ as well, with his Nigerian heritage as well. Sometimes we play that anthem as well. But it can take a long time. And actually, again, for the rematch, I made sure that this one went on for ages. I think it was like 5 or 6 minutes. I believe we had a singer for the UK. So looking back, and I didn't really feel this at the time, like I'm looking at Ruiz now and thinking, man, how have you got this opportunity from nowhere? You just literally, you slid into my Instagram DMs and we gave you the shot. And you know, when you look at the team can tell you a lot. So you've got the father there, Andy Ruiz Sr. You've got Manny Robles, who's a wonderful trainer. You've got David Garcia there, the lawyer. And like I said, no fear in his eyes, you know? No fear in Ruiz's eyes, just ready to go out there and try and take his chance.
Please welcome British recording star Sinead Harnett with God Save the Queen.
Never really seen him do that before, chew on his gumshoe, I have to say. When people said to me, you know, was he okay? Did he feel himself? One thing I've never really seen him do is chew on his gumshoe. This is just spine tingling. again, you know, the amount of analysis that was like on AJ pre-fight, after the fight. I guess when you look back, you know, he just doesn't do a lot before the fight in the ring. The only thing that was majorly different was him talking about, you know, his neck was a bit stiff and he got a massage in the corner, which he probably shouldn't have done. But so right now we're all confident, really. You know, I'm standing there thinking this is amazing. Look at this Madison Square Garden. There's me, looking at it, thinking he's probably a little bit quiet, looks a little bit nervous. But for me, that's a good thing. You know, you always want a fighter to have just some small nerves. See what I mean? I mean, how long is this? So we had the Mexican national anthem, British, now of course the American. But again, this is like, for me, this is part of the showbiz. This is part of the entertainment. You see him there, Anthony, just look at someone in the crowd and say, you know, that is like the amount of times that I've seen him do that before a major fight. Just literally look out and single people out in the crowd. Might be a family member, a friend, a singer, an actor. How you doing? How you doing? So again, like this stage, everything's pretty calm. I think when I analyse this fight and I go back, I start to think that, you know, we know that a few things weren't right in the build-up, but I think it was more, you know, the game plan was definitely there from Rob McCracken, but what is he thinking, AJ? Is he thinking, I need to take this guy out, I need to look great? Wilder boxed a couple of weeks before and Polak's Brazil, I want to do the same. Everyone's expecting me to just take this guy out in style. They'll make this place right now like the energy in Madison Square Garden. Now, people say they will never ever forget this night. Of course, I wish it went a different way. But then we would never have got Saudi Arabia. It's always interesting, especially now there's been a rematch as well, obviously, where AJ won, where looking at Ruiz and just looking at the team, because obviously we got to learn a lot more about him. I wonder whether Ruiz and his team really thought they would win this fight, you know. I guess they hoped they would, and maybe they talked themselves in. This is probably the only thing that was a little bit strange. He said that his neck was a little bit stiff, so he's getting a massage in the corner. Probably shouldn't have, but I guess that's history now. Too relaxed. Too relaxed. Look, he looks like he's ready just to chill out. Mr. Griffin. Again, like, I can understand people who don't really know AJ looking at him there saying, oh, this doesn't seem right. Just probably a lack of interest more than anything, I think. Wild scenes. So right now I'm kind of like thinking to myself, you've done well here, Andy. You know, you've taken care of all your media obligations. You've spoke fantastically well. I know you're going to really come out and do your best here, but I fancy you're going to lose. That's how I felt. But I knew he was up for it. I knew he was going to come to fight.
At 247.8 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, he now has a perfect professional record. 22 fights, 22 victories, 21 wins by knockout. From London, England, the heavyweight fighting pride of the United Kingdom, the reigning, defending, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Again, like, probably a little bit different to his normal sort of introductions. Just looks, I don't know whether he looks nervous, a little bit unsure. You know, we know now, looking back, he wasn't 100% for this fight. But still, everybody 100% confident at this stage. No one, always a little bit of fear. Heavyweight fighting. But I went back to my seat. A few people said to me, "Is he okay? It doesn't seem." You know, look, I said, "Yeah, listen, he's ready." And now the normal feelings, you know, sit back. I always have my dad on my left, and I say, "Well, you ready? Confident?" He says, "Yeah." My dad said to me on this occasion, "No problem." Probably said something like 3 rounds, 4 rounds. And obviously the first thing you see when they come together at the first round bell is the size difference. Again, the energy in Madison Square Garden is unbelievable. But like I said, the first thing I'm seeing here is the size difference. You know? Straight away, you can see the speed of Andy Ruiz, and you start to think about, you know, this isn't, and even with that little, you know, flurry there, you get to this guy's got fast hands. Many people that fight AJ are afraid to let their hands go, and it was evident even at this stage in the fight that Ruiz was not going to be one of those guys. Now, one thing that was a big difference in this fight, of course, compared to the rematch, was how low the left hand was of Anthony Joshua. And I think sometimes he talks about, you know, he'll watch fighters, sometimes he'll watch fighters like Canelo and talk about how easy they make them. And I think there was part of him that wanted to make this look easy. And that was particularly why the left hand was so low. Now, one thing that I didn't like at this stage was the way that AJ wasn't controlling the middle of the ring. I feel like if you let someone like Ruiz take the middle of the ring and walk you down, you're going to be under pressure in the fight, and you're going to have to deal with those big hooks and those swinging punches up against the ropes. You have to keep moving. You know, and what you're seeing here, which you didn't see in the second fight, was, you know, he stays in certain positions. He stays up against the ropes, and he's forced under pressure from Ruiz with his feet. In the second fight, he used his feet much better. Again, just the keenness, I think, the keenness of AJ try and do something spectacular. But this is a good round. I mean, again, I didn't like the lowness of the hands, and I didn't like the, you know, the moving off the back foot. But it's the first round of a fight, no problem.
I wonder, Sergio, I think the challenge here, it seems to be being met by Ruiz, is just to be able to breathe in round 1 and be able to box and make this normal, because this is not normal for anyone to come in here against this man at this place.
Yeah, gambling. Like, these are things that, you know, just gambling with the right hand in the first round, things that he knows he doesn't have to do. But again, it's just about Madison Square Garden, US debut, make a statement, show me the show real knockout.
If not at will on a regular basis.
And the thing about Ruiz,
Again, you see the difference between this and the Ruiz rematch was the lightness on his feet. Again, what was he, 10, 12 pound lighter in the rematch? Looking more heavy on his feet there, thick set. Yeah, this run's fine. A couple of silly mistakes, but listen, it's the first round.
Final seconds now of round one. That's a hard jab
Nice
by
jab.
Joshua, but a decent round one for the challenger Andy Ruiz. Able to stay in and able to box against the champ.
That's okay. We don't mind that round. He comes back.
Keep him long, keep him long. Don't look for the hooks yet. Keep him long, jab, jab, backhand. If you can shoot one there,
Interesting advice. Don't look for the hooks yet.
fall in and don't rush anything, okay? Have a little drink. Where's the bucket?
And all, you know, do what you should be doing. Use your size, use your reach, use your attributes. Use that great jab, bust him up with a 1-2, and just keep breaking him down.
Yeah, meet him with a jab and a 1-2. Don't have your hands down, all right? Come on, be busy. Come on.
Don't have your hands down.
Straight 1-2.
Stop him walking in. That's important, what we talked about earlier. You let Ruiz apply pressure, you're going to be under pressure yourself. It's going to take energy from you. It's going to make you move. Low start from AJ at the start of this round. Again, back to that sharp jab. Again, gambling. You know, I told you I hadn't seen these round 1 and 2 before, only 3. But again, I don't like the gamble there from AJ. Doesn't have to do it. Sharp, bang, bang, move, bang, bang, break him down, break his heart, make him slow him down, slow his feet down, stop him from coming in with these attacks, make him think twice. Again, the hands are much too low. He just thinks, you know, let me just land this right hand and I'll take him out.
The amateur pedigree, he has over 100 amateur wins. And Ruiz again comes in 32-1, 21 knockouts, so a credible opponent. And maybe some people out there were telling me, Chris Maddox,
I think right now Ruiz is just thinking about the gamble. He's thinking about, let me close the distance. Give me a chance to let my hands go. And when you throw, I'm going to trade with you. I think that's one thing that's so interesting. Every time Joshua has made those 2 mistakes in these rounds about, you know, gambling, every time he goes to throw, Ruiz is ready to throw back with it. That's obviously a chance they felt they had in the fight. Again, don't like the staticness of AJ there. You know, you're inviting pressure. You've got to pop that jab, now move. And also moving to his left too much in this fight. Move to your right.
The other fighter to try to counter.
You wonder at what point that Joshua is able to get into the pocket and maybe goes on the attack. He has not done that as of yet.
That left hand much too low.
But Ruiz certainly is able to get fairly comfortable, if not calm, in the ring. And that's some achievement. You know, the big fights just suck the energy out of you, Sergio. A challenger can come in and in a...
You can see Ruiz getting comfortable. This is why the jab and the straight 1-2. There you go, that's okay. Again, AJ just hit. This is one thing that AJ does. If he smells blood, he's on you straight away. Even with that first right hand, he couldn't stop himself from attacking again a second phase. And that's something in the rematch he was so disciplined doing.
He's already beaten Brazil, but he can't go in there and think, hey, I've got to knock someone out just like that.
Yeah, but he's thinking that to a degree.
But again, right now I'm thinking, okay, you know, Ruiz is going to be a danger in this fight, but we'll take our time, break him down. Let's see you pop the jab more and move. Throw the 1-2, move. Break him down, break him down.
Seconds of round 2. Better punches in this round, seemingly coming from Anthony Joshua, but again, Ruiz is in this fight, in this boxing contest.
Okay. I think Ruiz is probably thinking to himself, yeah, I'm in this fight, I'm in this fight. Neither man really hurt anyone yet. I'm sure they've felt the speed and the sharpness of the punches. I'm interested to listen to what Manny Robles says.
Here we see Ruiz expecting a sharp jab, but Joshua doing the smart thing, coming around with a hook that lands nicely.
Sergio, what does Manny Robles mean by showing him the right hand?
You don't really want to land the right hand because you're outside.
So this is it, guys.
With a bigger man, so you just want to show him the right hand to try to get
Ring Magazine round of the year. Probably everybody's round of the year, apart from mine. Again, Ruiz he's starting to, this is the problem of just boxing off the back foot all the time against Andy Ruiz. You're going to be inviting pressure. If you don't sting him, if you don't control the distance, you're going to be inviting pressure all the time. See, Josh, look, he threw, oh! Fell in with the first right hand, and I didn't like it, and then a beautiful left hook, right uppercut, left hook. And right now, I'm sitting in my seat saying, this is over. This is over. I think even the commentator said, watch this, one of the best finishes in the game. And look how low the hands are. Boom, big right hand. Couldn't believe Ruiz took that shot. Now I'm thinking, everybody in the arena is thinking, this is it. Bang, top of the head. Now I'm thinking, what the... I'm looking right at AJ right now. I'm looking in his eyes trying to think, is he out? Where are we at? And I thought, okay, he's okay. He's up, he's okay. And he is okay right now. But what we didn't know at the time was that was the shot. The equilibrium was gone. And now he's clinging on. I'm just thinking, just move. Just move. Get through the round. I look up at the clock. 1 minute, 30 seconds still to go in the round. Now he's breathing heavy. His legs are all over the place. Just thinking, just hold on. You can see by the look in his face, he knows his legs aren't there. Oh, and he's gambling again. Right, you know, what people don't know about AJ, he loves fights. He wants to trade up. Look at him trading up. No, he knows he's hurt. And he's thinking, I might not get through this round. You see his legs buckle again there? But he's always prepared to trade, and he's always dangerous. Now I'm just looking up at the clock. I'm thinking 20 seconds. Please, please, please. Now I'm thinking, hold on, hold, just hold. Just hold. Down again. Now I'm thinking, but now I know by the clock, you're going to get the chance, but I think, beat the count. Please beat the count. And right here, I thought the ref might call it. He was fine to carry on, but he stepped back to the corner. He knows his legs aren't there. He's concussed from that punch where they traded up at the end of it. And now they go back to the corner. Look at the stories. Joshua goes back. Probably in disbelief. Rob McCracken trying to get in his ear, trying to get him to focus. He's not there. He's concussed by that shot, and Andy Ruiz in the opposite corner is flying.
First knockdown is of Ruiz. It was a beautiful left hook that put him down. And here we see Joshua coming down, going down for the first time.
He fell in with the right hand, and then the left hook, top of the head.
Took the legs right out of Joshua.
And with this excitement, I'm going to have to plug my computer in because I'm going to lose battery. Wait there. So, we're back now and I'm thinking, has he recovered? Everybody's talking at ringside. Everyone's talking on that front row. You know, you've got sponsors, you've got DAZN, you've got Sky Sports, and everyone's thinking, what's going on here? But I'm thinking, the main thing here is, and I love the start to this round, the main thing here I'm thinking is, just breathe. Get through these rounds. He knows in his head he's still concussed. But he's thinking to himself, just get through this round. Use your jab, move. The problem is, again, Ruiz smells blood. The hands are so fast. Probably one of the worst fighters to be hurt again is Andy Ruiz. He's going to walk you down. He's going to trade up. He's going to throw up. He's going to do everything he can. And this was a good round for AJ, especially under the circumstances. Concussed, badly hurt. Get your legs back. Get that air in your lungs. Get that second win. But right now, I'm sitting there thinking, now Andy Ruiz is a huge favourite. But Ruiz knows that AJ's still dangerous. Still dangerous in this fight. He's just been put down himself in the third round. He felt the power of that left hook. He's thinking, just take your time, wear him down, the chance will come.
Joshua must respect that power. Ruiz with a hard jab and a second jab to the chest.
Again, that left hand, so low.
Because he respects Ruiz, that's why. He respects them fast hands, and he has to respect the power now.
But you know that Ruiz is probably still recovering himself at this point. Because otherwise he'd be walking down. He'd be going hell for leather, but he's also thinking about the power that AJ has. It's a good round for Anthony Joshua. Under the surface.
Massive underdog coming in here as a fill-in, as a substitute.
One thing that Andy Ruiz did really well in this fight, you'll see over the next couple of rounds, is work the body. You know, we know that he hurt AJ, but also he was working the body, bring those hands down, trying to wear him out even faster. Little stabs to the body with a jab. Now I'm thinking, okay, we're back on the horse. We know that he's not 100%, but he's recovered. He's got through that round. I'm hoping that Andy Ruiz tires now. I'm looking at this guy in the other corner. You've got one guy 6'5", Adonis, the other guy not. And I'm thinking, look, Ruiz is going to tire. But I'm also looking at AJ thinking, he looks tired. We're only a quarter of the way through the fight. Third of the way through the fight.
Well, let's get switched back on again. Let's get back into proper mode. Come on. Solid jabbing and right hands, moving, defending with your head, moving in your hands, all right? Keep the hands up when you're boxing. Don't come down. What shot was it?
Look.
He caught you with a hook because you loaded up, all right? So let's just keep the hands up.
So again, like, you know, a lot of people talk about AJ's comments in the corner, like what's happening? What shot was it? He was talking about the shot where he got put down. This was a round later. He's concussed.
We get ready for round 5. Chris Maddox, I hate to ask you this, with all the knockdowns, how do you have it scored so far?
Wild third round that I scored 10.
And you can see, like, the upper body movement is good, but the legs aren't working still.
Off the hook a little bit in that last round, but he was not all the way back after that brutal third round.
Yes, Sergio, I wonder now, like Joshua with each round, will his legs get stronger and clear his head a little bit more each time?
I remember right now thinking about the Klitschko fight, because when he got hurt in the Klitschko fight in the 5th round, he had his tank empty. 6th round he went down, but then he took the 7th and 8th round to get his second win. He came back and he stopped him in the 11th. So I'm thinking, I know that he looks tired, but I know he's capable of getting his second win. And now he looks like just back in the game here. But you can tell the legs, the fluidity. If you look at the rematch, look at his legs in the rematch compared to his legs here. Completely different story. Again, slow right hand, the legs just too stiff. He knows that they're just not quite back. But the jab's working well. Still under pressure, still being walked down by Andy Ruiz.
And I tell you what, 5 rounds in, Andy Ruiz has won over a good portion of these Brits here, 6,000.
You know, still people at this stage believe Joshua was going to win this fight.
We're looking a little steadier here in this round 5. We're more than halfway through in this round. A blockbuster round 3. Is that how you score that? With 3 knockdowns, 10-8? That is how?
That's how I scored it.
All right. It gets confusing.
Again, this is all about just getting through these next couple of rounds. So I'm looking up now. Good, 1 minute to go. Good, this is nice. We're back. Everybody's talking at ring. Okay, calm. Back in the game here.
Round 5, Madison Square Garden heavyweight title fight. And a spirited challenge from Andy Ruiz. Chris Mannix has him up on his card. That's a hard hook by Joshua.
Again, you see the legs, the way they crossed over there, the way he falls in with the right hand. You know, the mind's there.
Do not let Joshua take the initiative. That's mid-range, and that's why he got caught
He's
right
blowing heavy.
At any moment, this could end.
I'm thinking, good round. I like this round. We won this round.
I could have to say
Let's
it.
get through it. 20 seconds.
Ruiz as well. Ruiz fires back. That looked to be blocked.
Too static again.
Right, but he didn't set it up. He needed to fool Joshua downstairs before he threw it upstairs.
Now Joshua has his hands a little bit higher, showing a little more respect for Ruiz. Right hand by Ruiz, able to get through and touch it.
Good round. I'm saying, lovely. Okay, we're back. 4 and 5, no problem. No danger, didn't get hurt in those rounds. Now let's come out. Round 6 is Devin Haney.
Devin Haney is here at the fight. He'll be on our post-show. Stick around after the fight. We'll be here for all the post-fight action and trying to figure out what would be next in the heavyweight division.
You don't need to be looking for hooks. Jab, right hand. If you catch him, don't look for power, look to box. Because you're walking into the shots. It's when you look for hooks, he caught you. Don't look for hooks. Yeah, he caught you with a hook because you've loaded up with your own hook.
Exactly right. You know, for me, Rob McCracken, one of the best trainers in the world. He got a lot of criticism coming off this fight as well. Exactly right. 1, 2, jab, right hand, move again. Don't look for the hooks. Don't start engagement. Don't trade on the inside.
And here's the left hook that landed earlier. Ruiz was
Nice left hook.
expecting a jab. Joshua did the smart thing to come around the gloves with the left hook.
Round 6.
We're glad you're with us here on DAZN, Madison Square Garden, New York City. 2 hard jabs from
Good stiff jab by both.
they open up round 6. You wonder when
Again, you see with AJ,
we're able to up the work rate. Maybe it's this round.
the balance isn't there.
Good slip by Ruiz.
Leading off with a hook,
Anthony Joshua has to
falling in with the right hand.
one good shot is not going to hurt Ruiz to the point where he's just vulnerable. Ruiz is going to fire back if Joshua comes charging in after taking that shot.
One thing CompuBox can tell you is the normal work rate for a fighter.
And now I'm waiting for Ruiz to tie, but the pace just isn't hot enough. Now he's got the middle of the ring. He's been able to walk AJ down.
40 per round. So his output is down. Now, granted, he was down twice in that 3rd round. That'll skew it. However, until the opening seconds of this round, we just haven't seen a fully engaged Anthony Joshua showing the normal volume.
And that's because of Andy Ruiz's fast hands and fast counters. He has to be careful. Every time he opens up, Ruiz is going to come back with something.
To be honest, right now I'm thinking, oh God, we're not even halfway through.
Joshua with the enormous height advantage, the reach advantage. You would figure, Sergio, again, he heard it from Robert McCracken, he could just box. Jab, move back, European style, and win this fight.
That's exactly what they want. Rob McCracken said, listen, jab, jab, right hand. That's all that's going to win this.
Hard right hand by Ruiz.
Right hand, yeah.
Able to counter. Straight up the middle.
Right now I think Ruiz is starting to probably tire a little bit himself, but very confident. Probably gave AJ a little bit too much respect, so, but he's been hurt himself in this fight.
And Ruiz is getting closer and closer. I would like to see him go to the body more.
The first knockdown of the fight came from Anthony Joshua. At that point, it looked like it was just going to be party time for all these British fans. And again, a continuance in Joshua's reign. And instead, we see the possibility of Andy Ruiz becoming the heavyweight champion of the world.
Great body shots from Ruiz.
That was a hook from Ruiz. That's his best shot. Joshua
Working him when he gets on the inside as well. And again, straight right hand to the body.
I want Joshua to concentrate on the body. Then you come upstairs with that overhand right.
and the jab to the chest, which Ruiz has been throwing. Moves.
Now Ruiz smells blood.
And I said that
letting his hands go much more now. I think a little nick as well on Andy Ruiz.
Raised Joshua's cheek and was inches away from landing flush. Hard body
Another great body shot from Ruiz. Right hand brings it back upstairs after.
final seconds here, round 6, and Ruiz having all sorts
I'm still okay at this. I didn't like this round a lot because the great body work from Andy Ruiz. And AJ's looking tired.
what he's saying.
Legs still looking stiff. And now he's talking to him. And there again, just a lovely straight right jab to the body. Stab to the body, take that wind away as he goes back to his stall. I think, looking back, I think the body work he did in that 6th round was really, really impressive. AJ trying to get his wind back, trying to find his legs again. That just really took that wind out of his sails again, going back to the stall here, and I think set up. Maybe what happened now could have happened later in the fight if Ruiz hadn't worked the body like he did in the 6th. Triple G, Jonathan Banks. See what Ruiz does so well. You saw it again in the 2nd fight. He gets on the inside, he bumps you off with his elbows, and he throws them around the tops and the sides.
With us on the post show, in the post fight, we'll have a lot to talk about either way. Round 7, and Andy Ruiz Jr., Sergio having success with those body shots around
Round 7.
How do you look at your scoring on that? How do you score that round?
I gave it to Andy Ruiz, 58-57 in favor of Ruiz. The last 40 seconds of that round, Brian, I think Anthony Joshua threw one.
Now I'm starting thinking about the scorecard. Oh. Now I'm thinking, hold on. Down, and I just think. But again, not hurt. All these knockdowns. We know he was stunned by that first shot in the 3rd round, but not hurt here. Just unable to find his legs.
Well, not quite a wig, but he flashes his eyebrows. He better throw his hands. The champ is in trouble. Look for an overhand right here, Brian.
Great jab from AJ. And again, he falls in. More of a push down, a shove down, but again, the leg's just not there. Looking to his corner. Now I think he's starting thinking, can't believe this. So he goes back, gum shields out. He's waiting for his gum shield to go back in, but he's on the ropes, he's holding his legs up, and the ref calls it. And there were some people that saying the ref shouldn't have, some people said AJ should have walked forward. For me, it was the right stoppage. And right now, I get up and I walk to the ring, and I can't believe it.
An absolute stunner. And Ruiz earned it. It wasn't flukish. He knocked him down early, knocked him down again, and maybe after losing the early pound of round 6.
Oh man, thank God we won the rematch.
Sergio, correct me if you think I'm wrong. It looked like Joshua did not want to continue.
No, he wanted out. His facial expression, he was tired. He was fatigued. He was beaten by a better man tonight.
And now I'm just thinking to myself, firstly, we're going to have a big rematch, and he's going to win this rematch. I'm also thinking about making sure AJ's okay. I'm thinking about his dad come over to me at the time. He was fuming with the referee, with some other stuff as well, like saying about where AJ was staying. Everyone just lost their mind. He had to go at the chef. Someone else was bowing. Oh, just. But the one person that remained calm and humble was AJ. He could have given you a million excuses for this fight. He's never given you one. He won't even allow me to give you one. Because that man there was the better man on the night. And this was his night. And he allowed us to build another wonderful chapter for the AJ story. I think right now, again, there's a lot of criticism for AJ in the UK saying he didn't even look bothered when he lost. He was devastated. Boom, look, trailer. But you know, the ones on the chin, they're not the ones that were affecting him. It was the ones around the side, the back of the head, look, the balance. But every time he got up, look, eyes are there. It's just the legs. That was the shot. Side of the head again. Bam, bam, the back of the ear. Boom, thrown to the floor. And again, what he was trying to do here was, again, someone said, oh, he quit in this fight. He never quit in the slightest. He would have got up all night. But he went back to the corner. His gum shield was out to bide some more time. And the ref said to him, come on, come forward. And he's saying, what? What? Just to get some time. But it was the right stuff.
And then he falls forward, but that is definitely as a result of those previous right hands. So that is a legitimate knockdown, and we'll watch it again. Now there's the knockdown.
The gum shield comes out there. Standard procedures to bide some time. Goes back to the corner. See, right now, he's thinking, you've got to put my gum shield in before I come to fight. So he put his arms on the ropes to say, go on then, put my gum shield in. They asked him to come forward and he was waiting for the gum shield. Look at Andy Ruiz. These scenes, and they went everywhere around the world. This is, you know, like, it's hard to say it, but this is good for boxing. This is good for boxing. These nights, these shocks, show you the underdog can win. Mind you, I'm only saying that because he came back and won the rematch.
Steps in and calls a halt to the contest. The official time, 1 minute, 27 seconds, round number 7.
You know what? I said to Andy after the fight, I said, if anyone was going to beat him, I'm glad it was you. He's a nice guy. He changed his life that night. And the arena was like a mall. I mean, looking round, thousands of Brits in total disbelief. I remember when I walked out the ring, people just crying. Women crying, men crying. When I left the arena, walking up and down, I walked home, back to my hotel from the arena. In about an hour, I just, I couldn't bear getting in a car or seeing anyone, and I'm just walking past people, just in pure disbelief. What he says here is, respect, you're the better man. The belts were mine, now they're yours.
The judges, by the way, had this as a very close fight. Two had it for Ruiz by 1 point, one had it for Joshua by 1
Two great guys, man.
So it's very much in a state of flux.
Andy Senior can't believe it. His son's just become the world heavyweight champion.
But it is stunning to see Joshua taking it this way.
And these are the things you have to do as a champ. You can get out the ring. Look at him. Do you think he wants to be there? No. Oh, AJ, let's get a picture. He's thinking, leave me alone. But he's you know, if you want to behave a certain way when you win, you have to behave a certain way when you lose as well. And that's the mark of a great man.
Take a look at some of the numbers. Andy Ruiz Jr. outlanding Anthony Joshua, throwing more punches. He was active.
Oh,
Defensively sound.
like I said,
Just outstanding. And again, I have to say,
we didn't win the rematch. We didn't take him through this fight.
39 power punches, outlanding power punches to Joshua as well. He boxed beautifully, and Andy Ruiz
A night,
is in the ring.
we,
Chris Mannix, I should say this way,
us,
Chris Mannix is
never,
champion as
ever.
well. Chris.
Andy, congratulations. For the longest time, Buster Douglas's knockout of Mike Tyson was viewed as the biggest upset in heavyweight history. This gives it a run for its money. What are you feeling right now?
Man, I just want to thank God for giving me this victory. Without him,
Again, how can you not love Andy Ruiz? I'm sitting there thinking, I can't believe this. And on the other hand, I'm thinking,
this is what I've been dreaming.
I'm happy for you, Andy.
I've been working hard for.
All for a direct message of mine.
Dreams come true. Man, I just want to thank all my team, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearns, my dad, my whole family. And sky's the limit, baby.
You said all along you shouldn't be underestimated in a fight like this. You said Gracie had 15 this. What changed for you in that the third round of the fight?
I think one of the best things for Andy in that fight was he came straight out of the Dimitrenko fight, plagued me on my Instagram, and went straight back in the gym again. You saw with the Saudi fight, he came in heavier. He's always liked those nice layoffs in between fights. And the turnaround of this fight with him was just absolutely perfect.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power? You took that big shot, but you kept moving forward. Just like against Dimitrenko, you kept moving forward.
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican.
And again, the warm-up against Dimitrenko, 6'6", European style, upright boxer.
After that third round, it just
Easy to say now.
covered at any point. Could you sense that in the ring?
I could, but I didn't want to throw it. Work the head, and we just listened to the game plan with my Manny Roach and Manny Robles and Estrellita, and we just pulled it off, man.
There's a rematch clause to this contract. Are you expecting him to exercise it? Do you want that next fight?
Of course, man. Right now, I just want to celebrate. I just made history, baby, for Mexico.
You are
I
the first Mexican
I started this first ever Mexican World Heavyweight.
What does that mean
It
to you?
was my selling line for the whole fight. You stole it, Andy. You stole it and you ran with it.
Dad, I wouldn't be here.
Listen, you're a good team. Let me say, can we give a round of applause for Andy Ruiz, the new heavyweight champion? Listen.
This was hard for him.
Big respect.
But by the way, right now he's still concussed.
Good fighter.
But
Thank you, America. Thank you, everyone.
he's a humble man.
This evening. Sorry I let my fans down. Sorry I let my supporters down. I'm going to make a move. Big respect. Enjoy this moment, and we'll be seeing you again.
Thank you, man.
AJ, let me turn to you for a second here. Let me just ask you about. Okay, Eddie,
Says he's the champ.
this certainly was a shocker to have something like this happen. What do you?
Well, this was a tough one.
Well, AJ got sloppy. It was a beautiful combination in, I think, the third round. He was in total control of the fight. Got sloppy, got caught, and never recovered. I thought at times he might have recovered in those rounds. But listen, tonight belongs.
You know how hard it is to give an interview when your head. I mean, look, as hard as it was for AJ, my head was gone at this stage. Now I'm just thinking about rematch. And I'm also thinking, I'm never ever going to wear a bow tie to a fight again.
Rematch in the UK, but Ruiz deserves it tonight.
We have seen Anthony Joshua recover from big shots before. Vladimir Klitschko put him down. AJ rallied to win that fight. Why was he not able to recover from Andy Ruiz's assault?
I don't know. He looked flat at times. He got hit on the top of the head. When he was sloppy after, he looked like he had Ruiz out. It was an incredible third round. It was a great fight, and he'll learn a lot from this. You know, mountain tops and valleys, as they say. This is a massive blow for him, but he will be back. I know he'll be even hungrier now, and maybe this is what he needs. You know, every now and again you get a defeat like this.
But what I meant by that was,
And he'll have another shot.
I just felt that sometimes
It's a must-win fight now.
it became a little bit of a,
Are you expecting to
not a chore, but a job for AJ, where it was like belts everywhere. Got this whole pressure of being the world heavyweight champion. You saw in the press conference him give those belts to Ruiz, and I felt that this just was going to fire up the hunger all over again.
You know, this is amazing. It was an amazing experience. Thank you so much to the UK fans that travelled. But tonight goes down as a huge upset. AJ will rebuild. He's a true warrior in this sport. He tries every day to improve. He will be devastated when this sinks in.
The night that changed everything.
Hunger to bounce back and win this rematch.
Thanks, Eddie. Guys,
All right, Chris, thank you very much.
You got it back though, baby. Yo!
Anthony Joshua, and Joshua Sergio said, no, that's the man. Talk to him. Exemplary sportsmanship, grace under pressure, and grace
First about that, man.
in a stunning defeat. Your thoughts?
Classy champion, classy former champion now. Let that man have his time on the in the limelight. That was just incredible.
See AJ in the background there, look, doing the Sky Sports interview. I think then he did a Radio 5 Live interview, and eventually made his way back to the change for a painful period.
42-1 in Japan against Mike Tyson. Look, Cassius Clay was once a huge underdog against Sonny Liston and shocked the world. So these happened. We did not expect it to happen here tonight. Now, before we move on, again, keep it here. We're going to be talking to everybody post-fight. forward, though, you did hear Michael Griffin. We have good sound there. Michael Griffin, the referee, in the final seconds when he made the decision to stop this fight. Let's listen in.
You can't break. You ready to box? Box. What do you mean?
I didn't hear that the first time. He said, "Are you ready to box?" Anthony Joshua said yes. Now, he said yes. I didn't hear what he said last, but he did say yes. Normally, a referee, as you know, Sergio, will ask.
Let's talk about the stoppage here again. He was fine to continue, but I don't have a problem with his legs are deserting him.
Excuse me. I mean,
That's 5 live there getting.
4 times. What are you feeling right now?
Heavyweight boxing, baby. First of all, thank the people that came out this evening. That's number 1. Shout out to DAZN, Sky Sports, Andy Ruiz and his team. Heavyweight boxing, it's on fire. The division just shifted a little bit. I've got to turn a few notches and bring it back round my way.
The 3rd round, you put him down with that knockdown, and it looked like you thought you'd go in there and finish it off.
Yeah, exactly that.
Probably shouldn't have even done these interviews, but he wanted to do it.
Drown in their sorrows. This is boxing. It shows that I've got the power, the strength, and I've got to come back and just tighten up on a few bits and bobs.
We have seen you rally from knockdowns before, specifically against Vladimir Klitschko. What was the difference in the hurt you felt tonight?
Nothing really. It's all the same. It's all the same. It just wasn't my night. It's Andy Ruiz's night. You know what I mean? But look, you know what? It's good for the TV. It's good for the zone. It got people watching. And then now I've got to go and do it all again.
This was a referee stoppage at the end. You protest a little bit after its stoppage. Did you have a problem with it?
You want to fight. This is what we do. But listen, I don't do that. I don't do his job. I'm never one of them fighters to disrespect a referee and say, oh, you know what? He did this, he did that. My job's to fight. And the referee called it off when he thought I couldn't fight. It's a shame, but I don't want anyone to kind of drown in their sorrows because it's about the long game. It's not the short game.
You took Andy Ruiz on short notice.
Yeah, I'm
There
okay.
was part of you that underestimated him.
Yeah.
Well, to make excuses, I'll say, yeah, definitely. But it's no excuses. It's my own fault. I got caught with a big shot. And congratulations to him.
You've said all along that one of the reasons you wanted the Deontay Wilder fight now because there's a lot of risks that come with heavyweight boxing. Was this the kind of risk that you were talking about?
I would have preferred it to be Deontay Wilder. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't. It was Andy Ruiz, and he deserves every bit of fame and fortune he's about to receive.
Tough.
You have an immediate
Tough
rematch
to do.
clause. Do you expect to exercise that?
100%. 100%.
Thanks, AJ.
Thank you, yeah?
So there you have it, guys. June the 1st, the night of heartbreak, one of the biggest upsets in the history of heavyweight boxing. The night belonged to Andy Ruiz, becoming the new unified world heavyweight champion. Hearts were broken that night, including mine. But the great news is, 6 months later, Anthony Joshua bounced back to control the heavyweight game one more time, becoming the unified world heavyweight champion, reclaiming his belts in Saudi Arabia. This shows you this great sport always throws up the most historic nights, the most amazing surprises. We love this sport. We love this game. Thanks for watching.